Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video, I'm going to be reviewing a GMC Sierra 1500 Pro, aka the work truck Sierra. Before we get into this video, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to the Provo GMC for giving me some time with this truck. This particular one is still available for sale. They also have several crew cabs with the 2.7 turbo also available for sale as well. So I'll include a link to their website in the description down below, so you can reach out to them if you have any questions. Just ask for Craig. And then on a side note, if you want to save time and money the next time you purchase a car, link to my car buying guide in the description down below. Let's get into it. Powering this is a naturally aspirated 5.3 liter V8 that goes through a 10-speed automatic transmission. Fuel economy is 16 around town and then 20 on the highway, with power outputs being 355 horsepower and then 383 pound-feet of torque. Now, before we go to the front end, I do want to mention, if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. So starting with the hood, you guys can see how it's very boxy with the overall design, but it's flat there in the center. And then even though this is a work truck, we still have these cool daytime running lights with the upgraded headlights you get with the GMC trucks. And then notice how the grille has been blacked out. You still got the GMC logo there, front and center. Tow hooks here at the bottom, and then you got chrome for the bumper. Putting it all together, let me know what you guys think about the looks, but I mean, I think this is probably one of the best looking work trucks I've ever seen. Notice how it just says GMC, you got the Sierra badge down below, and then look at the mirror caps and then the door handles as well. And then for those of you wondering, we have leaf springs here in the rear and then a solid rear axle. Here's your full side view with the truck. So this particular one has the smaller cab, but like I said, they've got some with the 2.7 that have the full crew cab. So here's a key fob. We have our unlock function, our lock function, the drop down for the tailgate, and the GMC logo, and I guess we'll press that a couple times. Now taking a look at the tailgate itself, you guys can see that we've got some protection here from the factory, and then we actually have LED bed lights here. Now we don't have a bed liner, but that's something that you could easily add after the fact. And then with the tailgate itself, it's actually really light, so it's easy to get back into place. And then here are the taillights, kind of more of a baseline appearance for them. Again, work truck life. We do have the bumper steps, and then you guys can see receiver hitch there at the bottom. We'll talk about towing capacity and all that a little bit later. And then the back bumper, obviously chrome. And putting it all together, let me know what you guys think about the looks of this. But again, for a work truck, I think it looks very sharp. Now, tire and wheel setup is 255, 70, 17 in the front and over in the rear. And the hubcaps give the truck the appearance of like steelies, basically. That's what it looks like. It's, I don't know, I think it's pretty cool looking. And again, it makes sense, work truck, right? Now, taking a look at the door panel, you guys can see a little bit more basic with the material use. And then same thing right here. Got a window control though in the back, and then the pretty normal handle. And then you got more storage at the bottom. And then taking a look at the seats, we got cloth seats here in the back, and it looks like, gotta use a little bit of muscle, but you can lift up the seats, so you got storage underneath. Now, legroom back here is actually pretty good for a smaller cab. I'm actually surprised. We've got some vents here in the back, and then headroom back here is also good. It looks like the rear glass back here, by the way, is fixed. Now, taking a look at the front door panel, again, a little bit more basic with the material use, but the benefit to this is to be really easy to clean off. All of our window controls, driver window is actually automatic, which is cool. We got our mirror adjustments here, door lock and unlock, and then you do have the convex mirror inside of the mirror to help out with your blind spot. And then with the front seat, you can see cloth, just like the back seats. It is manually adjustable, and then you got your hood latch release here, parking brake, got our light controls here with the cargo light, and then this is our drive line select. So we have 4-wheel auto, 2-wheel high, 4-wheel high, and then we have like our hill climb assist, and then you guys can see we've got our trailer tow mode. And then here's our payload capacity, 1,851 pounds. Again, this one has the V8. And then towing capacity on this one is 9,300 pounds. Now taking a look at the steering wheel, again, more basic with the material use, but you don't have to feel bad about getting it dirty or anything because of that. So when it comes to controls, you can see completely blank here, but we still do have cruise control. And then we have our turn signal windshield wiper stock. And then we have our column shifter here for the 10-speed automatic at plus and minus, so you can shift the gears yourself. Now this actually gets the more baseline gauge cluster here in the center, which again, it makes sense for the use of this truck. And then you do have this little kind of like dial thing that you can use to basically scroll through. So you just twist it and it'll go through the different menus here in the center. And this definitely takes me back in time. It's cool. We do have a really nice backup camera here. You can do the trailer tow line, or you can do the regular backup camera line. Do have trajectory lines that turn with the steering wheel. And then as for the rest of the infotainment system, response time with the screen itself is actually really good. We got Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and below the screen we actually have some physical buttons, so I think that's a big plus. And then we've got our single zone climate system here, and then we've got lane departure with this truck, auto stop start. You've got your tailgate drop down, hazard light stability control, and then a giant blink switch. And then we do have some charging action here, but then that's where like the outlet would normally go. And then you guys can see the space in front. And the reason why we have space in front is because we got a center console here with cup holders and a bench seat, which is pretty nifty. And you can see we also have a little storage underneath. Speaking of storage, here's the glove boxes. And then again with the dash, the whole point of this is to be easy to clean because work truck life. And then we do have a manual mirror dimmer as well. Sorry about the glare, but here's a window sticker on this GMC Sierra 1500 Pro. Base MSRP is $43,700, and actually comes quite a bit of standard, but we do have some options like the 5.3 V8, which is a $1,500 option. It also has the Pro Value package added to it. Anyways, after options, this one stickers for $48,600, and let's see how it drives. Well, let's talk about visibility before you set off. Here's visibility of the hood, both of the mirrors. The little convex mirror helps that actually, and throughout the rest of the rear. And good old-fashioned column shifter. Let us set off. I am super excited. This is actually the most exciting review of the day. I know, it's crazy. You think that a car reviewer would be excited by Lamborghinis and Ferraris and all that, and you know, some car reviewers, sure, but me, I'm excited by basic work trucks because this is actually, you know, affordable for the average Joe. And it's always exciting to see what manufacturers do, or rather don't do, in more baseline vehicles. And, you know, I think that GMC provides a lot of value in this particular truck with everything that it has. So with that being said, it's actually, suspension is really comfortable. And I will say, I do like these vents. I've found that I've become more picky about vents as I've gotten older because, like, some cars, like, just because how the vents are shaped and how the air flows to the cabin, it just doesn't feel that comfortable. But this is actually really good. With these seats, they're actually reasonably comfortable. It does feel weird having the bench seat up though, because like I'm used to having like an armrest in most vehicles, and obviously with the bench seat up, you don't have that, but you can put the bench seat down and then you'll have that with it. So there's that plus right there. We are getting up again with this 5.3 V8. It's got so much torque. So, you know, in terms of how this engine performs, I absolutely love it. I think that, you know, lots of torque. The 10-speed transmission's a game changer because it just helps this just always be in the power band. And it's just, it sounds good too. Now, if you guys want me to review one of the 2.7 turbo trucks, let me know. Because like I said, they've got a bunch of pros with the 2.7 turbo crew cab. But, you know, I think that I've noticed that people are like super, what's the word for it? Like, just crazy about both of these powertrains. Like, people are either all in on the 2.7 turbo or they're all in on the 5.3 V8. It's like there's no in between. People can't go like, yeah, you know, both the engines have their purposes. Most people are like 2.7 turbo or nothing else, and then other people are like 5.3 V8 or nothing else. It's just interesting to see. And well, speaking of 5.3 V8, yeah, it's got some power. It's got some get up and go. So to cap things off with this Pro package, I'm glad that GMC still makes this because, you know, GMC has obviously turned into a luxury brand. I mean, you look at, you know, most of the vehicles they build now, the AT4s and the Denali's, right? Those are definitely tuned towards a luxury buyer. But it's nice that you can still get a GMC truck with, you know, like baseline features and, you know, obviously a baseline price as well. I find that very appealing. So I'm a big fan of the Pro package. Again, it's basically just like the baseline Silverados that I've reviewed, but it has the GMC skin. And the thing that's nice about this is normally GMCs are quite a bit more expensive than their Chevy counterparts, you know, $5,000–$10,000 more. But in the case of this truck, it's like pretty much the same price as a base Silverado. So you're not really paying a price premium to go for the GMC. Let me know what you guys think about the Pro, and let me know if you want me to review the 2.7 Turbo Pro.